The next guest we're going to have up here on the stage is our very own Flint historian and a good friend of ours. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Gary Flinn.
Thank you. Well, as you probably know, after over a year of waiting, the Weatherball finally got its new letters. And Huntington does plan on a celebration of the Weatherball, which I think will be when they'll be lighting up the new letters. If you've been watching the Weatherball lately, the ball's been on, but not the letters or the Huntington logo. And so I'm going back to my first book, Remembering Flint, Michigan, with the chapter about the Weatherball. Of course, this is my first book, which is still available, still doing well, and the cover price is $19.99.
$19.99.
Yeah. Still available at $19.99. And the chapter, remember, this was published in 2010. So this chapter is called The Citizens Bank Weatherball, a very useful landmark. Long before the Weather Channel existed, and more than a decade before Flint even received cable TV, people in and around downtown Flint could look to the top of the Citizens Bank building and figure out the weather forecast each evening. Ever since the Citizens Bank Weatherball was built in 1956, Flint residents and visitors who knew the Weatherball rhyme knew what to expect. When the Weatherball is red, higher temperatures ahead. When the Weatherball is blue, lower temperature is due. Yellow light in Weatherball means there'll be no change at all. When colors blink in agitation, there's going to be precipitation. The Weatherball was built over a 4-month period on top of the Citizens Bank headquarters. The headquarters was built in 1928 on the site of the original bank, which opened in 1871 at 328 South Saginaw Street. The Weatherball has been the symbol of Citizens Bank ever since. The Weatherball was first lit on the evening of October 30th, 1956. Hundreds of balloons were released to mark the occasion. 300 of the balloons had Citizens Bank savings account, the credit cards, inside. At this point, Jenny can insert the ad. You'll get a better image in the video, but this is the ad for the benefit of the audience. Got it? Okay. And again, there'll be a better looking image on the video. Of course, the Weatherball has been a symbol of Flint, just like the Statue of Liberty in New York, the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, and the Eiffel Tower in Paris. When you see the Weatherball with the initial CB underneath, you know you are in Flint. The Weatherball corporate symbol of Citizens Bank has changed over the years. My favorite is the mascot, Mr. CB, from the 1960s. Citizens introduced its current corporate depiction of the Weatherball, a red ball with white diagonal curved letters, curved lines, I should say. Flint, a Citizens parent company, Citizens Republic Bancorp, is the largest bank holding company headquartered in Michigan. All other big banks in Michigan are headquartered out of state, including Comerica, which moved its headquarters from Detroit to Dallas, Texas in 2007. Thanks to Citizens Bank, here are some Weatherball facts. The bank operates the Weatherball and follows forecasts from the National Weather Service to determine which color the Weatherball will be in the evening and whether it will blink or not. It was constructed by craftsmen from 10 skilled trades using 800 square feet of plexiglass and 667 feet of neon tubing. It weighs 2.5 tons with a height and diameter of 15 feet and a circumference of 47 feet. It can be seen for 25 miles and is designed to withstand winds of up to 120 miles per hour. During the 1970s energy crisis, the Weatherball was turned off from 1974 to January 1978 to save electricity. It was briefly lit for a few days in 1977 to make sure everything was working properly. Some neon work was needed to get the Weatherball fully functioning again. There are or were other Weatherballs constructed by banks, such as the one built by Michigan National Bank in Grand Rapids, the Texas National Bank in Houston, and Northwestern Bank in Minneapolis, along with KCAU-TV in Sioux City, Iowa. Grand Rapids TV station WZZM Channel 13 bought the dismantled Michigan National Bank Weatherball, restored it, and moved it to a studio location at the I-96 and US 131 interchange. The inside of the Weatherball has been an impressive sight with its alternating red, blue, and yellow neon tubing. About 2002, it received new breaker panels, transformers, and wiring. For its 50th anniversary in 2006, citizens hired 3 local companies to completely refurbish the Weatherball, including an inside and out power washing, new paint, new wiring, new electrical connections, and, when necessary, new neon tubing. Citizens Bank contracts with Signs by Craney for new signs and maintenance of existing signs, including the Weatherball. The Citizens Bank Weatherball continues to be a prominent feature of downtown Flint's skyline and serves as a giant eyeball watching over the city. Thanks to Citizens Bank for this 2010 piece. Now, there is more to it. When First Merit Bank bought Citizens, they changed the letters on the Weatherball. Unfortunately, they scrapped the old CD letters, but Broadside, this is the issue of Broadside, issue number 23, which is a Shakespeare-themed issue of Broadside, and it has the article on early theater and Shakespeare in Flint, which I also include in my Hidden History of Flint book. But the main thing I brought this was because it has the centerfold, it's a nude centerfold of the Weatherball.
Ooh.
So that was my joke for the evening.
Oh, good.
In my Hidden History of Flint book, the foreword includes updates of material from the first book. And the Weatherball update, which I'm updating in my own head, goes like this. After First Merit Bank took over Citizens Bank, the neon CB letters were taken down, and the letters FM, along with its diamond-shaped logo, were put up below the Weatherball. The Huntington National Bank, which bought First Merit in August 2016, has stated it will keep the Weatherball. There have been calls for Huntington to install the new letters in the same style as the scrapped CB letters. How the Weatherball would look after Huntington's converted the First Merit branches to Huntington branches on February 21st, 2017 was not revealed by the deadline for this book. Of course, this month we found out. Although it does not look exactly like the old CB letters, I'm satisfied with how it turns out. They kept the panels that First Merit put up for its logo and its letters. So now, after repainting the panels, after taking down the old FM letters and the old diamond-shaped logo, Huntington put up the new FM letters and the hexagonal-shaped logo, which, well, was like putting up a giant jigsaw puzzle. Signs by Craney did the job of putting up the new letters, although they said hush-hush on publicizing it. But as I may have mentioned, there will be a celebration of the Weatherball later on. Well, I hope that will be the time they will light up the new letters.